It's about time. It's about time that people of the industry speak up for what is right, the just, the consumers, consumer advocates. Now, there are consumer advocates out there. You got James Stephanie Sterling. You have Destin Legarie. Destin Legarie, the newest member of the. Well, okay, he's not the newest member. I'm just saying. He just his most recent video. He came out and said, "Boom, check it out. Why aren't people seeing this? Why aren't people saying anything? Why are people just allowing this to happen?" And I've been saying that for 1,000 years. Okay, maybe not 1,000, but ever since it has been, every time a company, particularly it's been Sony for a hot minute, it's them all day long now. It's like them. Once Phil got into the office, stuff started happening on the Xbox side. Sony, they were on cruise control. Once Sean Layton got out of there, that was it. The party started in a bad way. And so I'm like, now we're seeing the fruits of that. We're seeing the fruits of the regime over at Sony. And while they may be making record gains, record sales, or record profits, to what end? To whose benefit? To theirs, of course. That's the bottom line. Bottom line is number one. But at the same time, consumers need to vote with their wallet, not be blind followers of the blue faith. And I'm glad that Destin came out with this video. It is called, you can't see it. Let me see if I can get it out there for you. Nope, that's not it. It's this one. Nope, it's not that one. That one, yeah. Bam. Former PlayStation fan fed up with extras. I'll put the link in the description so you guys could check his video out. Of course I'm gonna do it. Of course I am, because actually I like his videos. His videos are dope. Okay, let me say another word instead of a drug. His videos are weed. I'm sorry. His videos are coffee. Nope, I can't. His videos are acetaminophen. Nope, that's his videos are poppy seeds. Technically not a drug. It's a seed. You get them on bagels. I'm gonna say poppy seeds. No, he's got good videos. I like them. Let me see if I can image it. I think it's this one. There it is. So I'll leave that for now so you can absorb it. But I tried to get a nice frame where he wasn't like, when you're talking, like if you freeze this, me talking, I'm like that. So it's hard to get that freeze frame, but I like it. I got the freeze frame with the Destin logo in the background. By the way, Destin, whoever did your logo treatment, chef's kiss, beauteous. It's so nice. I was like, dang. I was looking at it. I was like, man, that's a good. First of all, the logo's dope, right? With jet and with the D. I was like, all right, you know what? It's kind of anime, kind of. I like it, right? And then the animation with the flip around. I was like, So kudos whoever did that for you. If you did that, kudos to yourself. But back to the topic. Topic is why these ponies, Pegasi, hardcore fanboys on the blue side, on the Sony side, why are they ignoring the bad things that are coming? It's like, oh, that's a strong wind. Whoa, I hope no more strong winds come, and then a hurricane comes. It's just like, are you not seeing the precursor of the storm that is coming? You're allowing them to get away with certain things right now. And without putting your foot down and saying, nah, this is not cool, they're like, oh, I guess they like this. Let's keep doing it. So guess what y'all are stuck with now? $70 games. He highlighted it in his video. All right, go watch it. Give him them views. He's trying to get to 100. He's trying to get to 100K by the end of the year. Let's make it happen for him. I support him because he believes. Well, first of all, consumer advocacy is always good, And also, he seems like a nice guy. I don't know him personally. I don't work at IGN or anything like that, but I listen to him. I listen to him on Podcasts Unlocked and all other things. I mean, it's really just Podcast Unlocked and his YouTube channel, to be honest. If he's doing some other stuff, I'll check him out because I like him. It's not just because he's a Xbox fan guy. I don't want to call him a fanboy because that seems a little bit, it's like calling him an Xbot. He's not an Xbot. He's a guy who talks about video games. He just happens to prefer Xbox, Halo, Destiny, and all those things. And I was gonna say agree. That's not the right word, but I can definitely feel where he's coming from. Although I'm not a super Halo fan like that. I have played all the Halos, and I've played all of the multiplayers, but not like that. I'm mainly a single player guy, so that's where. And Destiny, I touched it for like a second. I was like, I mean, it feels the loop is cool, but it threw me off because when they launched Destiny, the story was I was like, what is I was like, I don't even care. I played the demo. I was like, yeah. It felt like a no frills Halo. It still kind of feels like Destiny still feels like a no frills Halo to me as far as lore and story. Like Halo was like Halo. You got the ships. You got the Pillar of Autumn. You got the freaking Covenant. You got the grunts. You got the brutes. You got all these different races. You got the Prometheans. I mean, that's later, but still, they're in there too. You got the Flood. It's like, ooh, all these ingredients mixed together. Feels so good. And then the whole behind the scenes with how they got the, John's, Spark. Well, I think he was the first Spartan 2, the actual take. Or was he? I haven't read it. I read Ghost of Onyx a while ago. Totally forgot everything about that book. I don't remember it. And then Bridget, wifey, she took it and she donated it. I'm like, that's like the only Halo book I ever bought. And it's gone. And I was like, I wanted to read it again. Just to exercise my brain cells or something. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I could probably just look up the story. Point is, let's get back to the point. Point is, I think more journalists need to not be afraid. Destin isn't afraid. Look at it. Look at this face. Is that a face of fear? No. That's a face of conviction of his words. He knows what he's saying. And what he's saying is true. That's the thing. Like me, I got people, shout out to Legend. He's like my conscience on my shoulder. He's like, there's a white one and then there's a red one on this side. And they're like, and then they're talking to each other. He tells me, yo, man, I don't know if you should keep being so hard on Sony because how you gonna, you're gonna lessen your subscribers and stuff and blah, blah. And I'm like, look, I appreciate Legend coming through, giving me some advice, but my goal is not to cater to a certain demographic or audience. Now, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me see how I can get all these subs. What do I think they want to hear so I can say it and then get all these subs? No, I'm gonna create the things that I feel necessary. That people aren't saying things. I'm gonna say those things. Destin said those things, and that's why he gets super extra props for this day and beyond. For me, anyway. From me, anyway. Because it's just like, why aren't there more people out there on social media saying these things? I mean, saying them particularly, not like, oh, I don't want to get into that discussion, blah, 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 or, oh, this console war stuff is stupid, so I'm going to just block you. And I'm like, I understand that because I don't do that because I don't have enough followers to get annoyed at that point. I'm going to be real. I'm nobody. So I'm like, okay, look, if I have 1 million billion followers and stuff, and it's just ding, ding, ding all day long, then I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta block some of these fools because it's just too much, it's just too much. But I'm not there yet. So I blocked nobody. People blocked. I got a couple of blocks because I was debating a person who was just, they like the name call and stuff. And the thing is like some people like, yo, you start calling names, you're blocked. Bam, right? And I'm like, I respect that, but not me. I'm gonna be like, okay, let's go. Okay. You wanna, because I can look past. I'm too old to be affected by people's words at this point. I'm like, okay, look, I'm not that old, but I look old because I don't color. I don't just for men. You know what I mean? I used to just for men. I just for me. I don't do it no more. And so just bring them. Bring all the insults. I've heard them all. It's all good. Even if they're all bad, I don't care because I don't care. So they don't work on me. So when they do employ that tactic and they expect a block or whatever, and they don't get it, I just keep engaging and I keep, well, why are you saying, well, hold up, let's get back to the point now. You're gonna call names, I blah blah blah. I've tried it, but I won't go, fight them on their level, if you will. That's a bad way of saying it, but I won't call them names automatically. I'll be like, okay, that was unnecessary, but let's get to the point. What are you trying to say? And then blah blah. And eventually I tire them out. It's a war of attrition at that point. And so, it's a funny navigation of social media, all these things. And I know Destin is very aware of that. And so he does have to be careful of how he presents information, what he says, and all these things on social media. And I still, and the fact that he put this video out, he gets extra super props, because I don't see McCaffrey. No, I'm saying I don't see McCaffrey doing this. I don't see Altano doing this. Schofield, where are you? What? How come you're not saying bad stuff about PlayStation? Because they do the PlayStation. They do podcasts beyond, so they have to. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is it politics? Is that the point? It's like, oh, you gotta watch it. You can't get too close to the line because Papa Sony's gonna cut us off. So I understand they have to keep they can't step on toes. It's kind of like the thing that happened with Jeff Gerstmann back in the day with GameSpot, I believe, and they had the marketing stuff on their website, and he gave, what was it, Kane and Lynch? Was that the game? He gave it not a good score or whatever his review was, and it was and they fired him for it and stuff, and it was crazy. And I was like, oh, okay. That happened back in the day. Could it happen today? Sure. But I think that these content creators, I hate using that word, but that's, you guys know what that means. They are in a position to take control of their content, of their lives, of their livelihoods. So, like I said, give this man a like, give this man a sub, because he is doing something that is outside of, the corporation or whatever that his 9 to 5, right? And they're allowing him that, so that's cool, right? But at the same time, could he have done this type of content while under said corporation's banner? I don't know. Depends on who's boss over there. I guess actually, I don't know who's the owner and all that stuff. I mean, Pierre, but not that. I mean, the big boss. But anyway, doesn't matter. In closing, more people need to come out. I would say more in video form than like throwing up tweets is fine, but honestly, I think that's a little less. I don't want to say impactful, but you can get more of your point across in video form with your inflections, with your words, with a few video snippets and stuff to illustrate your points, rather than type and you're limited to however many characters. So yes, we need more people like Destin, and I'm trying to follow not his lead, but in the same vein as this video that he did is what I've been doing. It's what I've been feeling for a while. It's what I've been doing. It's what I've been feeling. And this is not like him, like Destin. This is not just a case of, oh, I hate PlayStation, Sony, whatever, so I'm going to talk bad about them. It's about the gaming industry, video games industry, and what is good and healthy for the industry. And if Sony is allowed to sully said industry, sully the practices, mess with the business models that create a toxic environment. I'm not talking about a work environment. I'm talking about a toxic business environment. Whereas, developers have to pay for crossplay. That's asinine. That's ridiculous. You know? And Sony is the only company that's doing it, and they're getting away with it. And nobody's saying this. Destin was the first personality, I would say, internet famous man, to say anything about that for real. I mean, people have reported on the leaked papers from the courts. You know, that court case, Apple versus Epic, right? They've done that, but they didn't say, hey, this is kind of how is this okay? They didn't say that. If they did, hit me up with the link in the comments, because I want to see all the different instances where people of stature, of fame, if you will, internet famous, said these things. Because I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong that there are more people like Destin out there who are out there for us, the consumers, and not just corporate shills being quiet when, that's not good, we shouldn't say nothing because, we might not get the good from Papa. I'm just saying. Tilt the weight. Like and subscribe.